Hi, this is Ms. Freeman. Today we're going to evaluate expressions. So to evaluate expressions we have two steps. The first step says to evaluate an expression we're going to substitute the number in for the letter, which is our variable. We use this terminology the past few days. And then we're going to use our order of operations to simplify. So remember, this is our PEMDAS, or please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, your order of operations. So our first examples, the directions say evaluate each expression if x equals 2 and y equals 4. This first example is 3x plus 9y. So our first step is to substitute in the number for your variables. So we know that x is 2 and y is 4. So we're going to bring down the 3, and in place of x we're going to put a 2. But notice this 3 and this x are right beside each other, so that means you're going to multiply. So we need to put parentheses around it. Then you're going to bring down the plus, and then we have 9y, same thing, the 9 and the y are right beside each other. So we're going to bring down this 9, and in place of y we're going to put a 4. But that 9 and y are right beside each other, so that means you're multiplying the 9 and the y. So we're going to put parentheses here. Now we're going to use our order operations. So I'm going to come over here, I'm going to write down our PEMDAS, and we're just going to go in order. So P is parentheses, which we have parentheses, but these are single numbers, so nothing to do there. E is exponents. We don't have any exponents. Okay, multiplication and division are left to right, and we do have that. So we have 3 times 2, which would give us 6. I'm going to bring down the plus 9 times 4. Okay, or we could have done this 9 times 4 in the same step. So we'll bring down the 6 plus 9 times 4 is 36. So that's all our multiplication. We don't have any division, so these are gone. And then we have addition and subtraction. Those are also left to right. So 6 plus 36 will give us 42. Okay, same directions here. Evaluate each expression for x equals 2 and y equals 4. So this example is x squared minus 9y plus 6. So same thing, your first step is to plug in for your variables. So we know x is, So we know x is 2. So we're filling the 2 where the x is, but we have this exponent of 2. So I'm going to bring it down as well. So we have 2 squared. Bring down the minus, bring down the 9, and the y is 4. So we're going to put a 4. Same thing, the 9 and the y are beside each other, so that means you're multiplying by this 4, so we have to put parentheses and bring down the plus 6. Okay, same thing, we're going to come over here, we're going to write our PEMDAS. And so P is parentheses, so we don't have any parentheses. We have a set of parentheses, but that's a single number, so that means to multiply, so we'll get rid of that. Our E is exponents. Exponents we do have. So we have 2 to the second power, or 2 squared, which is 4. Bring down everything else. So that gets rid of our exponent. Okay, multiplication, division, left to right. So we do have that. It's 9 and 4, negative 9 times 4. So we'll bring down the 4. I'm going to bring down our negative, because negative 9 times 4 is negative 36, or minus 36. And then we'll bring down our plus 6. Okay, and we don't have any division, so that gets rid of our multiplication and our division. And then the last two, addition, subtraction, these are left to right. That's all we have left. So we'll go left to right. So we'll start with 4 minus 36, which is negative 32. Bring down that plus 6. Okay, so now negative 32 plus 6 will give us negative 26. Okay, the directions change on this example. So it says evaluate A minus CD for A equals negative 2, C equals negative 4, and D equals positive 4. So the first step is to substitute the numbers in for your letters and for your variables. So our A is negative 2, so we'll fill that in for A. Bring down our minus. Now notice the C and D are beside each other. So once again that means you're going to multiply. So I'm going to put 2 sets of parentheses here. So plug in for C first, which is -4. I'm going to put that in parentheses. And then our D is +4, so I'm also going to put that in parentheses. Okay, and then we're going to follow our PEMDAS again. Okay, so P is parentheses. Once again, these parentheses are for multiplying because these are single numbers. E is exponents. We don't have any exponents. Okay, multiplication and division, that we do have. So we're going to go left to right. So I'm going to bring down this -2. I'm going to bring down this minus, and then I'm going to multiply here. -4 times 4, which will give us a -16. And we don't have any division, so that gets rid of that. Now notice here we have -2 minus -16. This minus a negative, though, is the same thing as a positive number. So that's the same as -2 plus 16. Okay, and that leaves us with addition and subtraction, which is all we have. So -2 plus 16 is +14. The last two examples are U-tries, so you need to try these on your own. So pause the video, try them. Then when you finish, come back and check to make sure that you solve them correctly. Okay, so this one says evaluate b squared plus d squared for b equals 3 and d equals -4. So first step is to substitute in your values. So b is +3. So we're going to have 3 for the b, the second power, or 3 squared, plus, and our d is -4. I'm going to put parentheses here since this one has a negative. And bring down that squared, or that exponent of 2. You could have put parentheses on this first one too if you wanted to. Okay, and then we're going to follow our PEMDAS. Okay, P is parentheses. So once again, these are single numbers, so nothing to do inside the parentheses. E, exponents. We definitely have exponents here. So 3 squared means 3 times 3, which is +9. Bring down this plus. Okay, we have another exponent here. So this one's -4 squared, which means -4 times -4, which is +16. Be careful if you're using the calculator. If you put this in the calculator, make sure you keep the parentheses around it so you get this +16. Okay, so there's our exponents. Those are finished. Multiplication, division, left to right. We don't have either one of those. And then addition, subtraction, left to right. That's all we have left. So 9 plus 16 is 25. Okay, so this one was also a U-try. You were supposed to try this on your own before you check here on the video. So the directions on this one say evaluate the quantity of x plus y squared, subtract 3 for x equals 1 and y equals 4. So once again, you're going to substitute in your values for your variables first. I'm going to bring down this parenthesis, and our x is 1, plus, and then for y, we're going to fill in 4. Bring down the parenthesis, and then you have this exponent of 2 on the outside, and bring down your subtract 3. Okay, so once again, we're following our PEMDAS. So P is parentheses. So we have a set of parentheses here, and inside that set of parentheses we have 1 plus 4, which will give us 5. Bring down the exponent of 2, which is squared. Bring down that -3. So there's our P for parentheses. E is exponent. So we definitely have an exponent here. So we have 5 squared, or 5 to the second power, which means 5 times 5. So 25. Bring down your subtract 3. So that was our E for exponent. Okay, multiplication, division, left to right. We don't have any of that, so we can mark those out. And then addition, subtraction, left to right. That's all we have. So 25 minus 3 is 22.